It's September 30th, 2024. I am Natural Pearl, and it's time to get in the weeds. A happy Monday to you. Hopefully, it's as sunny as it is here in Toronto. Jeremy Lambert is here. A wonderful weekend has passed, and I have nothing to show for it. How you doing?
It's not sunny here. It's never sunny in Ohio because Ohio is not Philadelphia. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. Ohio's Ohio. This weekend existed. We are all just existing. Hello, everyone.
We're on a plane of existence.
Oh, we're not on planes. We're in chairs. We're grounded.
That's true. You and I mean, I'm not grounded. I have, stuff. I'm not grounded. I'm not a child. I have a child.
You're in your room, right?
I am in my room. Last I checked. I do live in a high rise, so maybe I'm not so grounded.
Could be grounded.
Am I technically flying because I live in an apartment that's above? Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. That's not flying. Flying and you have to be moving. You're not moving.
So like in an elevator, is that then considered flying?
No, and that's considered just you're in an elevator.
When am I flying?
When you're in a plane or you're flapping your wings.
Am I flying?
Well, you're not going anywhere. Flying, moving or able to move through the air with wings. So, yeah, you're not moving anywhere. You're not moving through the air.
Okay. But I can wave them around like I just don't.
The cat wants nothing to do with this conversation.
You didn't even mention wrestling yet.
Yeah, the cat's over this.
Well, the cat was like, wait, you're talking about flying birds?
And now the wife just came in here to let the cat out, and then the cat ran from her. She's just over this whole thing.
I get it. Every cat needs space. My kid this morning needed space. Never have I ever been like, you okay? And he's like, no. And I'm like, you want to talk about it? He's 2.5, by the way. Let's not forget this. You okay? No. You want to talk about it? No. Happy? No. Go through the entire emotional gamut. You know what the answer was? He wants to make a bagel and cream cheese with daddy for breakfast. Sure. That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted after being beside himself all morning. Good Lord. What a day. Oh, love that kid.
Did you hit him with the fridge door this morning?
No. I've been more careful because lately he's been on a I want to help daddy in the kitchen phase. So he'll take his little step ladder that he also sits on as a chair for some reason. Not important, but you've seen it. So he takes the little step ladder and brings it from the kitchen, into his where he sits, and from where he sits to the kitchen. And yeah, he definitely is in that phase where he wants to help me with everything, but also finds a way to get in the way because again, he's 2.5.
I'd try to get away from you too, so I don't blame him.
That's true. One thing that you would love if you were staying at this place again, my house, is that there's now a lattice wall where the bed is, how it's the bed and then the desk is over here. It is. It's a lettuce wall. Yeah, I decided we'd go vegan in this room alone.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's one of those shelves, those lattice shelves where you can put things. So there's that. Now it divides up the room quite nicely.
I don't feel like it would hold up very well if you try to set things on it.
Well, talk about the 42-inch TV sitting up at the top. It's still up there for now. I hope.
What do you like on your salad, Joel?
On my salad?
Yeah.
Vegetables?
You're acting like this is some crazy question.
I'm not really I don't have really issues with salads as they're presented to me. I like it.
But you like tomatoes, like what all in there on the salad?
Salads are one of those things where I will eat just about anything that is in a salad as it's presented to me. I'm not the biggest fan of tomatoes, but I will eat tomatoes if they're in a salad. I like cucumbers. I like peppers. I don't love onions, but I'll eat onions. Lettuce is, any type of lettuce is fine.
They're only good for shelves.
Yeah, pretty much.
What kind of dressing?
Oh, dressing is hard. Again, I have to be in the mood. Sometimes I want a creamier dressing, like a ranch, or like a Greek, like a creamy Greek, or sometimes I want like a spicy type of thing, like a chipotle dressing type of thing. I like a creamier dressing. Don't love Italian dressing. I'll eat it, but it's not my favorite. What's your go-to on a salad? Do you like Cobb salad? I know that's RJ City's big gimmick. He's kind of abandoned that, but I also enjoyed a Cobb salad, as it were. What's your salad?
I like sometimes I will have lettuce with this on the side with my ranch. That's my salad. I just douse that shit in ranch. That's all I do.
Feel like that's not healthy, but also I do, and you're not exactly you know like a weight problem of any kind, so guess you could do it.
I ain't worried about health.
You here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah,
I get it. Hey, can you tell that there wasn't much to talk about in the wrestling world this weekend?
The wife told me I needed to rest this weekend, and I told her I'd rest when I'm dead, and she was like, well, don't say that.
Yeah, I've had those conversations before. And then I pulled right back, and it was a good idea. Get your rest, kids. If it's 5 hours, make it 7. If it's 7 hours, try for 9. Everyone's different. Some people need 9 hours of sleep. Some people need 5.5.
Some people only need 3.
Yeah, those people are silly. Those people need to sleep more because it's not good for their health to only sleep for 3 hours.
Those people are also alleged criminals.
Whoops. Shall we move on then? Where should we? Speaking of alleged criminals, you want to touch on this this weekend in wrestling strangeness?
Where there a lot of alleged criminals that I covered this weekend.
That's true. The Black Girls Wrestle situation that came about. I think this was Saturday. Does this start?
Yeah, they were supposed to have an event on Saturday. Black Girls Wrestle presents the Blackout, and people bought tickets and showed up, and there was no wrestling event.
The show was literally blacked out. No, I'm sorry. I'm making a joke because sometimes I just make jokes, but it got weirder. This whole situation was very strange, to say the least. It started off, someone on Twitter kind of mentioned their friend went to the show and they were sharing text messages about how the show wasn't there and no one was there, and the event was canceled, but nobody told them it was canceled, and people were getting very confused and upset, and rightfully so. They want their money back from Eventbrite, as they should. And then it got even weirder because now some of the talent who was booked on the show started to comment. I know you had written an article with It's Maya World having commented on this, and I know Swole also has made some comments on this as well, because other people in our sphere have also kind of mentioned being a part of this whole thing. You want to take it from here?
Well, they commented on they were booked, then the promoter blocked them, ghosted them. And if you go to the Instagram page, it's gone. Their Instagram page is just gone. They were still on Twitter, but they hadn't tweeted since August. So no real promotion leading up to this show or anything. And yeah, My World called them out. We did reach out to My World to try to see if we get some comments from her, try to get her on the show. And we haven't heard anything back, so we'll continue. Maybe she can join us later this week. And then more was uncovered last night.
Yeah, so our own Sean Ross Sapp had tweeted out in the hours of the morning, well, in 12 o'clock in the morning, that the owner, Brian Detrell Tanner, who also used a stage name, is in jail. He was once
alleged. He was booked. We don't know if he's currently in jail.
The comment, sorry, the tweet verbatim is, even more sinister details have emerged regarding the Black Girl Wrestle promoter. The owner, Brian Detrell Tanner, who used a stage name, appears to be in jail. So yes, allegedly could be.
He was booked on September 19th. So that's the full update. Don't know if he's currently there. The website that posted the booking isn't super informative. Is it detailed? I don't say it's informative. It's not super detailed, so it doesn't have too much information on current status or anything. But he was booked on September 19th. I do know that much. And he was booked for, I will tell you right now, he was booked for withhold support, non-support of children or spouse. So I assume that means missing child support payment, spousal support payments. That's my guess.
Safe to assume. Again, there will be more information that gets uncovered over the following weeks, months, hell, even days. We'll find out. But this was not a great situation for a lot of people. I know that this is for some it's embarrassing. For some of the talent, it's embarrassing because they were either looking forward to this. Some have mentioned that they were, contacted for it. They felt a little shady about it, but then they, didn't really feel like they wanted to follow up on it for whatever reason. And then, of course, they all got blocked on Instagram by the promoter and by the promotion accounts, and just it felt really strange. And you feel for the talent, and you feel for the fans, and you hope it gets resolved. But man, what a shitty and weird situation. That's really the big takeaway. This is really shitty and weird. And I do hope that the person who was in charge of this thing does get taken, taken through.
The guy claimed to be a girl dad of 3. People were wondering, like, why is a male running a Black Girls Wrestle show? And he was like, well, I'm a girl dad of 3, so I want to show them that they can do that. And like, it's a story that checks out if it's legitimate, which I don't know if it is, but it would make sense in some ways. But then there's also a side of like, oh, maybe a female should run this show. But I don't know if anyone thought during the communication that he was this kind of person, especially if he didn't use a real name or anything like that. You can't check on fake names. You can run the fake name and see that there probably isn't much information, but then what are you going to do? You just basically be trustworthy when it comes to this. And, sadly, this isn't, I'm going to say it's not the first time, because I think it is the first time, like, certainly this has happened, but how many stories have we heard of first-time promoters trying to just make a quick buck and promote a show, and it all just turns out that person isn't who they said they were, and they end up taking money from people, and things just completely go haywire when talent gets screwed, fans get screwed, venues, sponsors, all just get screwed over in the process. Like, it is far too common in wrestling, sadly.
And I can tell you it's the same in music, unfortunately. There are some promoters who bring in international acts and they think they know what they're doing, but they have no clue, or they're just doing it to basically they're not even being money marks, because they're just taking money. They didn't book the talent, and they're just walking away with the money, and that's it. I hope that a lot of these event pages like Eventbrite continue to work in certain liability assurances, insurances, whatever it is, so that people don't get screwed like this. But also, at the end of the day, whose fault does it lie on? Because you're buying the tickets. Is it the person who made the Eventbrite page? Is it the people getting, that's really what I'm getting to, is how do you get the money back when the money is being taken from you? It shouldn't be on Eventbrite, but maybe there should be more proof of this event happening than whatever Eventbrite's, I'm using Eventbrite because this was where the show was booked through. Maybe it's on Eventbrite to ask for more clarification or just proof of the show running, whatever it could be.
Yeah, I don't know how all that stuff works, because it seems like it would be, I don't know, pretty simple, but relatively simple. Like, oh, this show didn't happen, you got screwed over. Well, you refund your money, and then the person, wherever the money went to initially that was paid, is just now taken out of that. And I assume the money was paid to this guy who set it up through Eventbrite, and now it should be taken out of his. But I don't know how it works of like, well, if he cashed out that money, then how did they get that money from him? I don't know how that is fully set up. I don't know if Eventbrite, I would think it's a big enough thing to where they can do all this, but they're also not like Ticketmaster or anything like that. So I have no idea how all that stuff works. So I'm not even going to pretend like I know and can comment on getting money back. I just hope for the fans and the wrestlers, they were able to recoup what they deserve to recoup, which is all of their money.
I really do hope that this also opens up the door for other people, other promoters who are trustworthy to pick up this mantle and try it again, because this is clearly a show that people had interest in. You know, there were people who had bought tickets and everything, and there were talent who were excited for the opportunity to perform in that space. I hope that someone picks up the mantle, and I hope that it's someone legitimate. I hope it's another woman. Another woman of color would be fantastic to represent the people that are going out to perform for them. But I'm not the person who makes that call. I'm not the person who gets to make that decision. I'm just someone who is watching this and wishes whatever happened on Saturday was different. And like you would kind of mention, it's just some dude, and that kind of raised some eyebrows as well. I hope that, you know, I like to see more women in the space. Kate kind of mentioned that at the top of her AW Collision review, was that there were a lot more women in the media section at Grand Slam than she had ever seen before. And I think that's a really good thing to see. Maybe they can start, you know, maybe we'll start seeing more women behind the scenes working these wrestling events, feeling safe and feeling like they're part of the team, and not just brought in because you need a women's match, or you need that one woman just so we can show that, you know, oh, look at us, we, you know, we offer employment for everyone. I want to see more representation. I always do. More balanced representation.
Yeah. The women had the best match on Collision as well.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, that Saraya Jamie Hayter match ruled. That was the best match on the show.
I'm not taking that away. I think I'm inclined to agree. Listen, a lot of people can feel the way they feel about Saraya, but that was a match that definitely had people invested and interested and having fun. Jamie Hayter is, of course, Jamie Hayter. She's great. There was that one spot with the table that got everyone talking. I really appreciate this, by the way, that AEW went back and they showed you the other angle where Jamie Hayter did not hit her head, because the initial spot, it looks like the second table, she whiffed her head, but then it showed, no, she's fine, she's cool, no worries. And I thought that was good stuff. But it was a really solid match. I really had fun with it. Do we want to talk about this entire Collision show? Because I don't know how much there is to talk about it. I wish I had the photo. I teeped the photos, I think. The
what?
The slates. They kept, okay, you watched on TNT, I assume?
Well, let's go to picture in picture first, Joel.
Thank you. Could you? Oh God. So I watched it on Triller, and I had the first slate show up that said Seg 1 and 2. And I was like, oh, it's one of those nights. Okay. And I was like, it's fine, whatever. The opening is whatever it is. It's silly, it's stupid, and it's there. And I started seeing a lot of other production issues. And that was the more egregious ones.
It was most notable, at least for us watching on TNT. Like during the Hangman Jarrett match, Excalibur's throwing a picture in picture, but then they don't go to picture in picture. Like the match just continues. And then this thing just pops up in the middle of the match. Then they rewind the tape, flip it and reverse it. And then it speed up, catch up. And then it just goes completely black multiple times. This thing pops up again. Like it was a mess. And I don't know who to blame for it, but it was just a mess.
So Zeno Hour saying that wasn't Collision taped. Yes, it was. And that's why you were seeing a lot of these segments pop up. So first of all, if you're here, hi, leave a thumbs up on the video, because we have more, there you go, more fireworks coming your way than Collision did. They had fireworks for Jamie Hayter and for Hangman. But yeah, more fireworks than that. And you can also join us here on subscribe to the channel here at Fightful Overbooked. Go to FightfulOverbooked.com or YouTube.com/FightfulOverbooked. You can join us there, and you can donate a super chat. Any amount, get your question or statement read on the air, and we always appreciate your support like that. We got content dropping every single day. Now, Tape Machines, one of my favorite people to follow on the internet, because he is this mix of, Well, he's the most AI bot in the chat. A-Shock is the most AI bot in the chat. Tape is probably the most AI Twitter follow you can have. Anyway, Tape Machine. Well, yeah, I like Tape. Tape is weird. Tape is fantastic because Tape is weird. Can't
He's
even
not AI though.
No, but everyone's
He
AI.
has a personality.
It's just well, so does AI if you try, if you give it enough time. See, A-Shock me like ha ha ha. See, that's personality.
This is mean to Tape Machine.
No, it's not. I like Tape.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, it is. It's a little mean.
No, it's not. So Tape had tweeted out the commercial break for Picture in Picture never happened, and now the show is a disaster, rewinding itself and going black and rewinding itself, and the screen is now now it's going to commercial that's supposed to happen like 3 minutes ago, and it's what you just put up. Someone actually retweeted it and said master control specialist here. So for those who don't know what a master control specialist is, it's basically someone who works in a TV production studio or like an affiliate's main studio, because not all shows are produced in the exact same building anymore. It's not the 50s. So that person has master control. They're taking the master tapes, and if it's a tape show, they are cutting slates off. So like what you saw, that AW Collision 2436 part 4, blah, 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 blah. They're cutting that off and they're lining it up so that when it comes off from break, that's what goes in. Like that's what starts after the commercial breaks that have already been slotted in, or the picture in picture, whatever it is, it's already set up and proper. So master control specialist here. This is from Brady Kellogg. B Cakes from Maz is from AZ. I guess they're from Arizona. So B Cakes from AZ on Twitter. More than likely, someone forgot to cut the slate from the show feed, and now they're quickly trying to rescue the break that was supposed to run. Hilarious on air, mortifying when you're behind the board. So there you go. It's most likely someone just screwed up, and they're not AEW production.
Who screwed up?
Probably the person who is doing the TNT side of things. It could have been someone from AEW if they were supposed to.
David Zaslav?
It's Zaz just sitting behind the board. He's these concocted things. How do they work?
Was it LeGentle? He infiltrated the TNT studios.
I'd love to see Chris LeGentle work behind the board of these shows. But effectively,
was it Retribution? Did they hack the system?
Shout out to Mi Chin for freaking out over that Retribution tweet.
Remember when AEW, they had like those weird words pop up on screen?
Yeah.
And people thought it was like leading to something, and then it never turned into anything. It just happened to be a production mishap or whatever it was. What are those words that pop? Anybody remember this? Anybody remember what words like were just randomly? Yes, no, yeah. Rare Beast's got it. Yeah, like people are like, oh, what is this? And like they didn't do anything with it. It was like kind of around the time of before the Devil, so they thought, oh, maybe this had to do with the Devil. Like, nah, it didn't have anything to do with any of that. It was just some random words popping up in the middle of the broadcast, and it's like, oh, what happened here? Well, nothing. Turns out nothing happened here. They should turn this into a storyline. I respect that about MLW. When MLW had that terrible mishap show, when the production was completely screwed up. It was a taped show. Maybe it wasn't a taped show. No, it wasn't a taped show. It wasn't. They just screwed up. The production was just messed up. And they were like, oh, Contra unit hacked it. And they aired like a quick like Contra video. I was like, you know what? Respect that they did this. It still doesn't forgive that you wasted 45 minutes of airtime and now your show is 45 minutes long and thus upsetting me. But I respect that you at least tried to save this by turning it into a storyline.
And now you got WWE taking LA Knight and Andrade's awkward handshake fist bump, making that into a story.
Yeah, sure. Like, turn this stuff into something. Make a chicken salad out of chicken poop.
Yeah. That was the story. That was because it was a Jerry Jarrett thing.
Was it?
Yeah. The chicken salad story. That was the whole that's what brought Bruce Pritchard's podcast to prominence. Oh. It was him doing the Jerry Jarrett chicken salad recipe. Oh, okay. 2016, Joel remembers fondly.
Oh, okay.
2024, Joel thinks that Bruce Pritchard is just a dumbass. But anyway, that's not important. Back to Collision. Yeah, that was it was a tape show it had its moments, but yeah, the Saraya match was absolutely the moment. But Yuta still continues to impress me with how they're moving this story forward. It was what would 2024 Joel warn 2016 Joel about? There's a list. Do you have time? So anyway, Yuta spends most of them. We're not doing it right
Let's
now.
go through it. We do have time on this.
We do have time. Job prospects. Sean Ross Sapp. That's a 2019 Joel thing. Who else would I be warned about? Jeremy for sure.
That sounds mean.
I mean, here I am. I'm still here, right? Hour and a half. Still, not an hour and a half. Sorry, year and a half into the show. We're still here. Oh, they'd warned me about TNA wrestling.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They'd be absolutely warning myself about TNA wrestling in 2024. Yeah. I thought about flying to Nashville. It's not important right now. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, probably plenty of things I would be warned about, but those are the three wrestling related ones off the top of my head. 2016 Joel was already in a relationship, and he was at this point. I'd already come back from Australia, and I'd had a pretty good time. Not much else. It was mostly work stuff. Anyway, Yuta doesn't want to get involved in the match at all until finally he's provoked because Isaiah Cassidy wants to fight somebody. And I love that Yuta's like, fuck this guy. 17 minutes, 25 minutes in, 27 minutes in. Yeah. And he goes and he beats up Isaiah Cassidy, who can't get a break, and puts him in cattle mutilation, and just, that's it. Beats him. I like that Yuta's story is that he's such an angst-filled dweeb that he doesn't know how to feel right now as he's forced to defend the trios titles that he reluctantly holds but is proud to hold with his former friends who blindsided him, took out his mentor. This is a good story. Eventually, he's going to have to snap on the right person instead of on the wrong people. Yuta's back, baby. It's good. Do you have anything to add?
It's fine. It was a fine little match. I hope they continue to do more with Yuta and they continue to tell the story as best they can. Private Party could have promo after the match, and Isaiah Cassidy was like, John Moxley, I'm gonna beat you within an inch of your life, and I'm just like, well, guess that's who John Moxley's beating on Wednesday is Isaiah Cassidy. So this Collision show, I know it was taped. The energy just wasn't there for this show.
It was midnight, Jeremy. What are you talking about?
That's not my fault.
The people were tired.
And it felt like the people were tired because, man, there was just no energy for this show. The wrestlers didn't even feel like they had a whole lot of energy. Like there was just, it was night and day compared to Wednesday's show, which felt like, oh yeah, this feels like a big show. Where this is like, okay, here's like some matches. Like I was looking forward to Hangman and Jarrett, and even that one felt a little just weird. It didn't feel like it had the energy and the stakes that I felt going into the match. I was like, oh, this is gonna be something good. And it was just kind of a match that sort of existed, as most of these matches just sort of existed. And it's like, oh, all right. Like Okada just beat Sammy Guevara, which was hilarious. Good finish. And like, yeah, sure. We're not even going to pretend that Sammy Guevara is going to challenge this man for the title.
Well, we gave you one little moment where you thought maybe he could, and then Okada was like, "LOL, no, bitch." Some of it was taped before Dynamite, but not everything.
Yeah, you can tell the stuff that was taped before Dynamite. Like Suzuki got a good reaction, as I think that was taped before Dynamite. The crowd was a little bit more into it, and then you can tell the stuff that was taped after Dynamite, and the crowd was just a little worn down by that point. They're like, all right, we got what we came here for. Danielson and Nigel and Moxley and Darby and Bryan firing up and Ospreay and the Bucks and Fletcher. We don't really care to see, no offense to Maximum Male Models. They're fantastic, but that segment just
sucked.
Yeah, no one cared about that segment. Like,
I know I'm I know I'm not the only person who said, why didn't he pull out the scissors for that segment? Why did he go to touch tips and not the reveal should have been instead of the let's all touch tips. He does the scissor at the last second. And that's how they show that it's Billy Gunn underneath a mask.
Maxim Male Model has got to do a better job vetting the mail process, the model process here.
They had
right?
27 models. How can you blame them?
Feels like they need to be a little bit more hands-on on their vetting process there.
Seems wrong.
Yeah.
Seems wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my favorite. And then they went right to the anyway. Yeah, not my favorite. The Acclaimed and MXM are sure. It's just a thing. It wasn't good. There were a lot of like fun things on that show that was not fun, and it was supposed to be fun. It was just kind of long and there.
I liked the finish for Jack Perry and Suzuki because it was something different. I mean, granted, you should just beat Suzuki, but it was something different with the way they did it of the count out and Perry knocking him out outside, running him to the steps with the knee and everything. Like, and then they did the count out. Like, I thought that was cool and something different. And then, Shibata makes the save. They gotta figure this out with Jack Perry, though, because it's what we talked about a little bit on Friday. Is like he doesn't feel like he should be like he's elevated, like he should be elevated coming off of the Danielson stuff. Like he lost to Danielson, and then he beat Darby Allin, which should have been a big thing. Did you know he beat Darby Allin?
No, this is
like you wouldn't know it, honestly. You wouldn't. Darby Allin's involved in the top program with Moxley and everything. Yeah, he lost to Moxley, but he's been involved in the top program. Jack Perry is just facing random people with no connectivity to any of it. Now he's going to face Shibata. Like, all right, cool. Like, it's fine, but who has Shibata been? He's been in the Jericho vortex. Like, they had something with Perry bringing him back with the Bucks. And now he doesn't feel connected to them at all. It takes him 5 days to get to the arena. I guess New York traffic's not good. It feels like they're just missing something with him. And I'm not like the super high on Jack Perry like I know a lot of people are. And I also know there's people who are super low on him, which I'm not as low as those people. It just feels like they won't commit to what they should commit to with Perry. And it's tough because, look, let's be honest about things. They built the Jack Perry character around a feud and a video that they can't pay off. So it puts you
not yet.
It puts you in a weird position, but it doesn't feel like they've tried to write that of making it. Man, remember, I keep going back to this moment, and I'm sorry, everybody. He fired the first shot at Tony Khan when he hit Tony Khan in the stomach with the mic. That was the first shot. And now he's just getting count out victories over Suzuki.
Did you see the story that Riccaboni had missed that part of the taping? And so Tony Schiavone is pretending that Riccaboni is under the desk for the entirety of the Jack Perry Suzuki match because he's afraid of Minoru Suzuki.
Good.
Had you heard this?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's very funny. Oh, that's good stuff. Good storytelling. Yeah, we do talk about this a lot. I at this point I'm just kind of done. I'm just kind of done with it. What I find more egregious than anything is Chris Jericho going after the Ring of Honor World Championship.
That rules. I'm for it at this point.
Is there a TV deal on the table that we're not aware of, Jeremy? Yeah. Are we going for a Ring of Honor television deal? Didn't work the first time, but hey, we can always do it again. Mark Briscoe versus Chris Jericho. Is that a 5-year anniversary match? Are we just gonna do that for the sake of putting it on TV? Not much else. They only announced the Hangman and Juice Robinson match, which I have to assume is because Jay White's a little closer to returning.
I hope so.
If not this Wednesday, then very close to. Maybe that's a match for Wrestle Dream, Hangman and Jay White. I'd like to see that. I can't tell you if he's cleared to go or not, but if this is the start of the setup, then that's cool. But yeah, just we only have one more announced match than we did on Saturday for this show on Wednesday.
I was disappointed by that. Again, I said it on Friday of, all right, I'm trying to potentially make plans to go to this show on Wednesday, and like Hangman and Juice ain't selling me on going. Like maybe Jay White's returning, but I can't bank on that of, oh, Jay White's going to be there. What if he's not? Then it's like, well, I got my hopes up for nothing. So I'm not going to do that. I need something Danielson. That's all I'm asking for. Just give me something Danielson. Let me know what he's doing on Wednesday.
You'll find out on Wednesday at 1 p.m. that Bryan Danielson will appear live at AEW 5-year anniversary.
I'm just a little disappointed that they haven't announced more for 5-year anniversary. Like, it should be this big celebration. It really should. It's a big accomplishment. They've made it 5 years with Dynamite. Like, you should have more announced for the people who are making plans to go. You know, whether it's a Jon Moxley match, even if it's a Chris Jericho match. Like, I know people are down on Jericho, but Jericho's
all tickets, man.
He's been part of it since the beginning too. Like, say what you will about him, but he's been part of it since the beginning. So, and people like to retcon Jericho's reign, but like that, he was the guy as the AEW World Champion. That was the correct choice. He did very well during that first run as champion. You know, the Hangman match when he won the title, the Champion, like all that was good. The Cody Rhodes match, I was there for that. Like, that was good stuff. The Moxley feud, like Jericho was very good during his initial run as champion. So, you know, whether it's something with him, even the Bucks, like we gotta get something with the Bucks. Like, I don't know what they're doing. And I know they just won. They just defended the titles. Who's next for the Bucks? The Outrunners?
I mean, it should have been a Grand Slam. How many times can I say this? Yeah, man, I don't think the Bucks are going to have another match at 5th year anniversary. I think that's a Wrestle Dream match at this point. Unless
I don't think they're facing the Outrunners, though.
No, but unless they do a Title Tuesday match, and then they don't do the title match, they don't have a title match of any kind at Wrestle Dream. Do the Bucks want to do, or will the Bucks have 2 matches in 4 or 5 days?
Tony's gonna announce like some casino gauntlet for Wednesday. What title? Nah, who knows? It's just you win and you get whatever friggin' title you want.
He's gonna do the Trios Gauntlet match.
Trios Casino Gauntlet.
The Trios Casino Gauntlet. Everyone just figure it out. Why not try the women's gauntlet, man? Listen, if we're gonna keep doing the Casino Gauntlet and it's the 5th year anniversary and you want to make it special, why not do the women's? It'd be like, this is the
no, because they actually have that set up. They're doing good stuff in the women's division. They got the Britt Baker match return. They got Statlander being like, why is Willow getting this shot? Like, I won the match. Hey, remember that? They got Mina and Mariah and Mina, not sure, like kind of she's a little hesitant with Mariah. They're actually doing good stuff in the women's division. I don't need them doing this. Jamie Hayter just picked up a big win against Saraya. Okay. That was a good feud. Nah, we don't need the women's casino. There's thought and effort in the women's division right now. Where
I think my point was that maybe you've set up something for Wrestle Dream, or maybe you've got something in the casino realm for Title Tuesday, right? One gets Mercedes and one gets not Jamie Hayter. Sorry, she was a champion at one point. One gets Mercedes and the other one gets Mariah May. How did I mix up the British women's world champions? They all the British blonde women look the same to me, I guess.
See, here's what I want in the women's division, though. Same thing I want in the men's division. You got to elevate these people. Jamie Hayter won this feud. Okay, next for her should probably be the world title or the TBS title. Chris Statlander beat Willow. But now Willow, it looks like she's getting elevated to the world title stuff because she's involved with Mariah and Mina and Yuka Sakazaki. So where does Statlander go? Like, Statlander should be elevated to that position. Or the TBS title. I know that's heel dynamic with Mercedes, but they don't care about that kind of stuff.
Well, it can change on a dime with Mercedes as it has before.
Yeah, but like you gotta elevate these people that pick up these big pay-per-view and television victories. So I need next for Hayter and for Statlander to move up. Maybe they feud. And like that's fine too. That's fine if they do feud. Then I don't really know what Mercedes is doing if if it's not Hayter or even Statlander. I'm not sure where Mercedes fits in all of this. But you gotta lift people up coming out of this.
Maybe Serena D beats Dr. Britt Baker and then says, I want the TBS championship.
I mean, maybe that's a thought, but didn't Serena? No, she beat Queen Yamanatas. So that's fine. Yeah, that's a thought. Yeah, Anna Jay's another person who they're putting a little bit of stock into coming out of Japan. But when the match is on Rampage, I ain't putting too much into right now. Like, let's see if they do something with Anna Jay. But Anna Jay, that's like a fine feud if they want to go like Anna Jay and Jamie Hayter and put some equity and some care into that. But that doesn't feel like it's an upgrade for Jamie Hayter. Deanna, she's got her mafia going. That could be a Britt Baker feud potentially. Deanna and Britt. I know people are like, oh, working together, but what if they don't work together? What if they're working against each other? They're doing really good stuff with the women's division. That's why I don't think they need a casino gauntlet for them, because they're actually doing some good stories there. What they need to do is, again, elevate people when it comes to this instead of just kind of mitting everybody and no one actually moves up to anything despite getting big victories like we've had with Statlander and Hayter.
Yeah, I'm looking around and I don't know what's going to happen on Wednesday. I'm sure that we're going to figure this out. I'm sure they have it figured out, but it'd be nice to at least know in advance where the matches are for Wednesday. Who's going to be part of this whole thing?
They'll announce stuff on Tuesday at like 8:00.
Well, yeah, of course. It's when everyone's watching the CW debut for NXT. They could have done it last night while John Cena was delivering a baby on The Simpsons. That was a hell of a segment.
I really thought they were going to announce more coming out of Collision. It was a big Collision show with Grand Slam, and I was like, oh, cool, we're going to get handful of announcements for Dynamite 5th anniversary. And it's like, no, just here's Hangman and Juice again. Fine, they set it up. It was good, but I thought we were going to get just a little bit more. I'm glad they showed part of the Ospreay and Ricochet video, the sit down with Renee.
That's a good teaser.
Yeah, but it was a teaser to, okay, now go watch the rest online.
But I've been trying to point to some of that for a long time, where like some people don't know this stuff exists. Yeah. So at least if you're putting it out there, putting it on the TV show, some people are going to be like, oh, I didn't see that. And they're going to say, go to our YouTube channel and you'll find the full video there, or our socials, whatever. I would prefer that than just throwing it up on socials and saying, and not saying a word, because there's been a lot of that over the last 5 years. This is a good, again, little things that can go a long way when promoting the reach of your product and the depth of your product.
A video package is not a story though, Joel.
No, but a sit-down interview where you're discussing the background between them is good enough for me. I was going to say the Mina stuff. The Mina Mirai stuff got really funny because they did the back again. Another digital.
Dikembe Mutombo passed away.
No.
Oh man.
Yeah, Shams just tweeted brain cancer, buddy. I can tell you all about that one. Sorry to hear that. A legend. Not today, unfortunately. Had to be.
R.I.P. to Dikembe Mutombo.
That sucks. I'm sorry. Sending love to anyone affected, because that's not fun. He was a hell of a player. God bless people who can make this a little funnier in the chat. Oh man, it sucks. I know y'all probably talk about it more tomorrow. but not today. Sorry. Tomorrow on FMC, I'm sure you'll be talking more about Dikembe Mutombo. Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Mina Mariah. What I was gonna say was I like that they did the backstager, the digital exclusive, where Mina is trying to explain why she has to go back to Japan. No big deal, no big deal. Just have to team with my tag team partner, and of course, Mariah May doesn't watch the product, so she doesn't know who she's teaming with. It's good little stuff, and then she's gonna find out who she teamed up with, and that's gonna end with the Mina and Mariah friendship again. And I'm a fan of that. That can go all the way to Wrestle Dream, or maybe further if they decide that Mina will go after something else while they play up the fact that Mariah doesn't know. Maybe there's some fun in there. I like that idea. You okay, Jeremy?
Very sad.
I would be too. Unexpected. We're doing a moment of silence.
Yeah, we can, but RIP Dikembe Mutombo. It's very sad.
It is. Listen, I'm not going to tell you I'm the biggest basketball fan, but I know the man. I know the work. It's very, he's an impressive basketball player. Everybody, a very, very big personality too. Also a very tall person.
All right, what are we talking about wrestling wise? I'll try to get back on track. Apologies.
We're finishing up our collision talk. Should we talk about LIJ now? Part 50.
Oh yeah, this is fine.
I don't think so. I don't think it's a good thing.
Why?
Because you just spent the last few weeks telling me that Beast Mortos is a great wrestler, and now he's like number 2, probably number 3 in a faction with Roosh. The fuck are we doing? I don't think he should. I don't think this works. I don't like this. I don't like this because it's Roosh who comes and goes on a dime. The second he doesn't like something or something's not going well, shit goes away. Roosh needs a lawyer. Yeah, get a real
consistent.
Sure, Don Callis' family was super, super consistent. And then he went away. And then he came back and he like the Mortos has been consistent. Setting this up, it's Dralistico, Roosh, and Beast Mortos. I'm like, sure, whatever, man. Like, you got a trios where you know who's going to eat the pin more often than not. If this was TNA, this would be the biggest loser faction in TNA. Now it's going to be the biggest loser faction in AEW. I hate it.
Wow.
LIJ is not a thing in AEW. Like, the Faccion Ingobernables was an ROH faction at best when it was last of any importance.
How dare you besmirch the name of Roosh, Preston Vance, and Dralistico.
And Jose the Assistant at one point.
Remember they aired those like teaser videos?
I like those things.
Yeah.
I thought there was something to that. It's not good. LFI. Sorry, I said LIJ. I meant LFI. It's not good.
Wow,
it's not good. Beast Mortos,
it's not good. It's not even a thing yet. Granted, they both just lost the hologram.
Well, that's like what you do though. You just lose the hologram.
Yeah, holograms, dude. That's got to get elevated, man. Again, you got to get put some more stock in the hologram. Get some big victories. It is funny that like Beast Mortos is hanging out with Undisputed Era, and then he's hanging out with Shane Taylor Promotions. Then he's hanging out with the Premier Athletes. And it's like, oh, we're just gonna put him with Roosh and Dralistico. Roosh got that money left over. He got that MJF money left over, I guess. He's like, we can pay you the most, brother. Beast Mortos is like, all right, I'm all for the money.
Mortos should be on his own.
I'm not gonna knock it until it plays out a little bit. Like I think the trio is fine, and we will see where it goes. There's a very real possibility that it goes nowhere because the LFI and AEW hasn't really gone too far when the times they've done anything with them. So remember when they shot their own angle for Kenny Omega's return match and they beat the shit out of Dragon Lee for losing? That ruled so much. They just did their own thing. Kenny Omega's big return. And they just decided to go into business for themselves with their own angle.
And this is why I don't like this idea.
What if that's what they were doing here? What if like this actually wasn't a Tony Khan idea? They were just Roosh was just like, fuck it. I'm going out there right now. I see my two guys losing. I'm gonna go out there and we're just gonna beat up Hologram. Tired of this dork winning all of these matches. We're just gonna beat up Hologram. Come on, fist, put the fist out. And then they're just like, yeah. There we go. Like, now they got no choice but to book us. We've factioned ourselves. We've Los Ingobernables factioned ourselves.
Tyrese
I hope Roosh went into business for himself on Collision. That would rule.
Tyrese Halliburton out here tweeting Royal Rumble tickets are available this Friday. Oh no, Friday, November 15th. Yeah, Ty Halliburton's tweeting it out.
Tony Khan, that was supposed to be cut off of Collision Grand Slam, and old Legento was in the booth, and he's like, nah, this was not planned. Roosh went into business for himself. Roosh told Andrade what was going to happen, so now I'm going to make sure it makes air. It's all a conspiracy, Joel.
It is. Legendo! Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, that was Collision. Go to allelitewrestling.com right now and find the hilarious gaffe spelling error on their front page if you haven't seen it yet.
What?
It's been 3 days and they still haven't fixed it.
Hold on.
Go to the front. Go to the front page. First thing that pops up.
Oh, they misspelled Collision.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the name of their show. Come on.
What
it's like calling it Dynamite.
Dynamite. What can you do? You know.
You can fix it and use a spell checker.
It's difficult.
It can be very difficult.
Difficult, you know.
Where should we go next?
Let's talk about Lance Archer and the Righteous and these losers top flight. This was a big angle.
Is there a Battle of the Belts coming up? Hold on. I'm pretty sure there is. Isn't there?
Yeah, there is. It's like next week, I think. Or is it this week?
It's Stockton, California, October 17th. 2 weeks. It's after Wrestle Dream.
All right.
It's 3 weeks. So yeah, I guess they're building up the Righteous and Lance Archer for a trios title bout on Battle of the Boards.
I like that top flight's like, man, we keep losing. Sick of this. And then they just keep losing. It's the best story. Tired of all this losing. We got to do something about it. Oh, shit. We lost again.
Have we considered not losing? Well, actually, Andretti's equally a big old loser.
They should face people they know they can beat. That's the problem. Is like they keep trying to face like, oh, let's face Brody King. No, go after the premier athletes. Boy, that's the immovable object against what's the other word?
The unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
Yeah. The premier athletes against
93,173, Jeremy. We're in that building to watch the unstoppable force take on the immovable object. Actually, it was 78,000.
Top flight against premier athletes would rule.
Just people just flying around each other for 20 minutes.
It'd be hilarious because like they wouldn't know who was supposed to lose, right? They're like, shit, which of this teams has to lose this match?
We
can't figure it out.
We've never been in this position before. Someone has to win. Time to face Serpentico and Angelico with a third, Pentejo. It's like Cutler versus Avalon. Oh, the best part of AEW Dark.
It goes to a double count out.
TLD, baby.
It's like a best of 7. One team, it's a double count out the first time. It's a double DQ. Not one team gets DQ, double DQ. Like they both hit each other with chairs or something. And the next is
out finish.
Time limit draw is another one. They do another double DQ where like someone runs in and Moxley runs in and just beats the shit out of both teams. So it's like, oh shit, they both technically win, but also they both technically lose. They do a double pin. Darius Martin pins Tony Nese, but at the same time, Josh Woods is pinning Dante Martin, and it turns out Josh Woods and Darius Martin were the legal competitors.
No. That's the tornado tag match that they had done. So both men everyone was legal. So the referee just did the 2-hand count. 1, 2, 3, and everyone gets up. Yeah, it's the worst of 7.
They can't figure out who's actually supposed to win these matches.
And they do a ladder match, and then it does the way it ends is the ladder the briefcase at the top of the ladder falls down, so nobody wins. Yeah, do a double DQ. Oh, it's perfect. Do a double count out.
The 7th match is gotta be a shoot fight, and we get some real winners. I think Josh Woods would be able to take.
He'd probably take everyone out. Take out his own teammates too.
Oh yeah, escape the cage, and they both feet hit the floor at the same time.
We're doing the Royal Rumble 05 finish again. Oh god,
they could do amazing stuff with this feud. This would rule. They should book this feud.
I'm glad that we don't talk to anyone from AEW to pitch this kind of stuff. Oh, but someone's always watching.
Come on, this would pop the people. This would be you could put this on ROH. Nobody watches that show. You could easily put this on ROH. It would rule.
The 5 people who actually do reviews for ROH would absolutely love this. 2 of them are on our channel.
You just do stuff that's gonna pop the 5 people that are paying attention. You can save all your cool stuff for Dynamite. Do your Ricochet and Ospreay matches on Dynamite. It's fine. Let's pop a certain sector of the audience with this kind of stuff. People are like, oh, it doesn't draw any money. Yeah, it's on ROH. I'm not trying to draw money with this. I'm trying to laugh. That's it.
Oh,
trying to pop me.
It's trying to pop you. That's all.
Popping one person, me.
Did SmackDown pop you at all?
Let Jack Perry book Collision again.
That should be it. That should be what the winner of the TNT title gets to do. They get to book Collision every week.
I get to book TNT?
Yeah, they book the TNT show. And the TBS champion should be booking Dynamite.
Imagine Tony pre-writes his tweet of the painting has been found in the accountant. And next up, it's AEW Collision. And Jack Perry is like, nope, programming change. It's the Matrix that was on. Tony Khan's a liar. He's not actually paying attention. He gets to book all of TNT as the TNT champion.
Well, hold on. If I go to TNT Drama on socials, it still has Jack Perry as our champion, so he could be booking all of TNT Drama slate. I love it.
That was a thing. That was a thing.
Such a thing
of when the TNT champion and the TBS champion. It was a thing of oh, they're gonna get to book the programming now. They should. That would rule. They should have more power on with those titles. It'd be definitely a little tongue in cheek, but Jack Perry is yeah, Bryan Danielson's not allowed on TNT. I'm banning him from TNT. People are like, why are you banning your champion, the world champion? He's like, well, I run TNT, so he's not allowed to be on this program. He's not allowed to be on Collision. This would be awesome. I should have Jack Perry in the TV negotiations. He's sitting next to Tony Khan.
I got this, Tony. So, David Zaslav, one bill Phil, huh? Have you thought about one take Jack? And Zaslav just looks at him and says, you can go find a new network now. And then that's it.
Tony just he's sitting there, and he's like, I'm not gonna mess with Jack. He punched me the last time. Took a devastating pile driver the last time I was in the ring with him. Yeah, whatever Jack said. Yeah, Jack's pitching old episodes of TNT, or he's pitching old episodes of 90210. And he's like, so what did we think about 90210 and syndication? I got to get that heritage. Not heritage. What's the word I'm looking for?
Syndication money?
No. Yeah, syndication money. But his heritage money, right? Isn't that what it is?
Is it syndication money?
No, yes.
Are you talking about his inheritance?
Inheritance.
It's estate money, I guess.
Yeah. He's like, I got to get my inheritance money off of old 90210 syndication cash.
Oh god.
People are like Nepo programming on TNT because Jack Perry's got syndicated episodes of 90210.
Did Luke do any other show? Didn't he do Riverdale?
Who cares?
We got Riverdale on syndication too.
Who cares?
Just everything for my dad.
It's all 90210. They can't air certain episodes. It's like Hulu. Hulu's like missing episodes of 90210. I tried to like rewatch that friggin' show, and like all of season 4 is like missing. All of a sudden, like I'm watching what's her? Jeez, I'm terrible at this. What's her name? The blonde.
I don't know. I'm done here.
The blonde from 90210.
I don't know.
Kelly?
No, I don't think it was Kelly.
Who's the blonde in 90210?
It's not Shannon Doherty.
No, not Shannon Doherty.
It's Jenny Garth.
Jenny Garth.
But that's
Jenny Garth.
Yeah, that's her name.
All of a sudden, Jenny Garth is on a cliff with like a madman, and he's like threatening to throw her off. It's not Tori Spelling.
She did play a girl named.
Like, I have no idea. There's nothing.
Oh, your internet goes at the right time. That's perfect. God bless. Well,
all right, run it back. All right,
Kelly. We're talking about Kelly Taylor.
Is that her name, Kelly?
Yeah,
on the show?
Kelly Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like she's like in like dating like Luke Perry or something. I don't remember the full storyline. But she's like with this person. She's with one person. We'll say it's Luke Perry. And then all of a sudden, I'm like watching these episodes in order, and it just auto plays to the next episode. And then there's this random like serial killer. All of a sudden, Jenny Garth is on a cliff with this man, and he's threatening to like throw her off, and he's like a stalker. I was like, where did this person come from? And come to find out, like there's missing like 10 episodes on Hulu. I was so mad. I was like, what is going on here? And then I gave up on the series after that. I was like, oh, I'm not going to. What are we doing, Hulu? So pissed. Let's see if Hulu actually added these episodes to where if I could go back and rewatch it. I watched the new 90210 when it rebooted. I was watching that as it came out. Shailene Woodley was in that. Tristan Wilds was in that. I don't know how I remember these actual, like the real names of these people.
Yeah, I don't know.
They were brother and sister on the show.
So they sit down at the table, and the first thing Jack Perry says is, yeah, 90210 is great. I need you to get the show Jeremiah. And Zaslav's at the table. He's like, Jeremiah? What the hell is that? He's like, it's a show that my dad did. Okay. And it lasted 2 seasons, and it was on Showtime. We did 2 seasons. I need to recoup that money. Can you get me Jeremiah? And Zaslav's like, all right, fine. We'll get you that Jeremiah show.
All right. Well, can confirm 90210 is no longer streaming.
Oh, 90210 got you again. This is the best part, is when 90210 just completely screwed you. You're back.
We're here. Okay. Can confirm 90210 no longer streaming on Hulu. Where can we find where to stream Beverly Hills 90210?
Can I watch it here?
We should just do watch alongs. I think we'd get banned.
That's true. Maybe not on Twitch, though. We're still on Twitch, twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming. Don't ask us about any other content that streams on there, but it does exist.
Amazon may or may not have it. Pluto TV may or may not have it.
I just canceled my Amazon Music today.
Who cares about music?
I'm just saying I had it.
Maybe it's on Paramount Plus. I have Paramount Plus. Let's go to Paramount Plus and see if I can watch 90210.
I do not have Paramount Plus. I am Canadian, so I don't get most of this stuff.
Riveting audio for people.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Why are they searching where to find? This is important information. We want to talk about SmackDown.
I mean, it is part of the thumbnail, and Kim Gray does send a super chat saying, finally catching a show. Missed you guys. Well, of all the shows you could have catched, I'm sorry, this is the one that you got. But
here's my SmackDown review.
But see, Cody, he's an idiot.
He has no friends. He's a bad friend. Cody is an awful friend. Everyone's going to turn on Cody. Not turn on Cody. That would be different. Everyone's going to turn on him.
can confirm 90210 now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Including those
missing
episodes you can't find. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
checking.
the question. Why,
Check
you
to
should
see
look
if
up,
there's-
why are some of these missing?
Well, they were missing on Hulu. I don't know if they're missing on the Paramount Plus here. I don't
Why
remember what season.
why were episodes of 90210 missing on Hulu? Why are some episodes missing on Hulu? Paramount Plus has some missing.
Oh,
The episode with Scott shooting himself in season 2 is missing, and now season 4, episode 15 is missing. Does anyone know why they're cutting certain episodes? Not being able to get the rights to the music is
That's
one of
dumb.
them.
Yep, season 2, episode 6 is missing on Paramount Plus.
Things to Do on a Rainy Day isn't streaming, and it's the Color Me Bad episode, but it was on Pluto. So as of June 2023, you can stream the series via Prime Video, all 10 seasons, Paramount Plus, all 10 seasons, blah, 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 blah.
Nope, there's episode 15, season 4 is missing.
You have to outsource season 2, episode 6, episode 8 as third-party websites like Dailymotion.
Episode 8. No, episode 8 is on
It is?
Oh no, it's gone.
No, it's gone. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, 6 and 8 are missing from season 2.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is because of that. Okay,
these are the musical rights.
Holy crap! Yeah, because music rights. Hold on, these are all missing. Episodes from season 2, 6, 8, 14, 18, 23, 26, 27. Season 4.
It's the whole damn season.
It's a lot of the season, including the finale in season 2. Season 4, episode 15. Season 5, episode 12, 20, and episode 12, 20, and 25. Season 6, episodes 2, 3, 16, 27, 28, 31, 32. Episode 7, get ready for this. Episodes 2, 5, 10, 13, 14, 15, 17, 21, 26, 27, 30, 31, 32. Season 8, episodes 1, 2, 6.
32. Why are there so many damn episodes?
It's a 32 episodes in a season for these guys. 1, 2, 6, 7, 15, 16, 18, 19, 22, 26, 29, 30, 31, 32. That's season 8. Season 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 20, 23. And finally, season 10, episodes 2, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 27. That's a lot of missing episodes. Holy shit.
Yeah, you're missing like half the series at this point.
That's wild.
Yeah.
They need to be Def Rebel to cover the rights issues. Oh man, could you imagine? Okay, OG WWE Network. This was my favorite thing in the world. Watch WCW broadcasts on the WWE Network, especially Ernest the Cat Miller's remade James Brown theme. It is so dinky and so stupid. Where can you find it? I think it's Road Wild 1999. He had a match there, and it's definitely there. And it's so bad. I got to find the video that I clipped a video from it. But yeah.
All right,
the shitty Sandman theme from One Night Stand 05. That got a lot of people upset. I still have the original from that footage.
Who do I yell at on Paramount Plus to get these proper episodes of 90210?
The rights people, the rights team. That's a lot of music rights, dude. That's a lot of music rights. Holy shit.
What if I asked Tony Khan? Hey, Tony Khan, can you pay to get the musical rights so these 90210 episodes can stream on Paramount Plus? I feel like this will win you favor with Jack Perry, and you can mend your relationship with him.
What an amazing amount of those. Oh,
dear Tony Khan,
Jeremy versus the music industry.
Can you get the musical rights to like 50 episodes, to all missing episodes of Beverly Hills 90210 to stream on Paramount Plus?
Amazing.
A relationship with Jack Perry. He is the TNT champion, and it's important that he is happy.
Question mark?
Happy? Question mark. As I feel this would help repair your relationship with Jack Perry as
TNT champion, Jack Perry,
current TNT champion
and champion of at TNT Drama.
Yeah. Hold on, okay. I feel this would help repair your relationship with Jack Perry as he is the champion of at TNT. Is it TNT Drama?
Yeah, he's the champion of at TNT Drama. Hilarious, because this is the drama section at TNT. Yeah.
Okay, it's TNT Drama?
Yeah, TNT Drama.
It's not popping up.
Yeah, at TNT Drama.
What about TNT Sports?
No, because he's not the champion of TNT Sports.
Okay.
If you go to TNT Drama, it's Jack Perry is our champion as their header.
Okay. Should I tag Jack Perry as well? We'll follow.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
You should add a photo of the 90210 logo. I feel like that's the thing. I don't know how like weird Jack gets about 90210 references and like references to his dad.
Maybe I shouldn't tag him then.
I don't know. And maybe I'm just being overly sensitive about the idea, but I just don't know how he is with that.
All right, we'll tag Jack Perry then. Cowardly on my part.
Yeah, that's fine. We're doing things for the best here. Send it privately to Jack because we don't talk to anyone from AEW.
I just want to watch all episodes of 90210. That's all.
Oh, God. I got messages this week from a friend, and I decided that I want to pay homage to our friend Luke Perry. And so I purchased 90210 in the following episodes. I don't know why he turns into Larry David. And then he just lists off season 2, episode 7, 8, 28.
Full list.
People are just like, what the like the 20 people watching this show. There are more of you now than there are, but just being like, what the fuck? Rampage is just replaced by 90210. We're gonna remake Rampage with 90210 and the actors. Why is he Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, what is this? We're on Seinfeld vision all of a sudden.
Perfect TK. I'm replacing my favorite movie, Time Cop, with my favorite TV show, 90210. What's the deal with TNT? That's what they've all been asking. Well, let's tell you about the deal with TNT.
What if do Paramount and Max work together? I assume they're competitors. That's not good.
I don't know. Aren't they supposed to be merging at some point because of the purchase? I don't know. They're all the same.
They all work together at this point.
God, we are clowns. It's a good Bernie impression. They're saying. I don't think I think it's a better Seinfeld when I try. Anyway, it's not important. SmackDown. Why does everyone like Cody? Cody's an asshole. Cody Rhodes is going to drop the world title soon.
Oh God.
Is he going to lose the world title at Crown Jewel? Is that what's going to happen? I don't know. Someone's got to turn on Cody Rhodes, right? Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. Both of them.
Randy Orton is huge.
He is. He's excited to be like 285 pounds. Like, I'm eating, boy. Good on Cody. I wish I could eat like Cody. Or good on Randy. I wish I could eat like Randy and look like that. Was that really all you had to add about SmackDown?
Yeah, I gave you my review.
Cody sucks, LOL.
He doesn't suck. I never said that. Don't put that out there.
Well, I clearly didn't hear what your thoughts were. Maybe your internet froze when you gave your thoughts.
But see, Cody, he's an idiot.
Elaborate.
Watch the product.
Now you're asking too much here.
Randy Orton just gets like bigger by the segment. He was there. Look at this photo. Hold on. Let me upload this photo.
He is a big boy. You compare him to the other two men in the ring.
Yeah. Like
tell.
They aren't small.
No, they're not. But he definitely makes them look real big. They make him look real big.
I think this is it. I don't know at this point. Let's see if this photo is the photo that I need. Probably not, but who could possibly care? It's uploading, everybody.
It takes a minute. Oh, no more uploading?
No.
It's the wrong photo.
That's the wrong photo. I got a lot of photos saved that I use, and I don't know what half of them are for. You know what I mean?
Label them. You got to start labeling these things.
Nah, that sounds dumb.
It's just all on your.
I don't label them because I immediately upload them and then as like a thumbnail or something for an article, and then like I don't care. I don't use it anymore. Here it is. Look how gigantic this man is.
He's a big boy.
Like Cody Rhodes is not small. Kevin Owens is not small. Randy's like toddlering these kids over here.
Yeah, he's really got him. He's just big.
He looks twice the size of Cody.
It's true. He looks like he ate Cody.
Just insane how big this man is. Bless him. A lot of Nutella.
Does he have Nutella? Does he have another world championship? Yeah, him and Javon Evans is going to be fun to watch. It's just the difference between him and Javon. That's a moment. Is he just
Javon Evans?
That's going to be a great match in 2 weeks. Are you? You think he's got another world title in him, Randy Orton?
Sure, they can book him to win the world title.
I know they could book him, but like, what would I'm sure people would be excited to see it, but like, what does that world title look like with Orton in 2020? Small. It's already a pretty big title nowadays.
Oh, it's gonna look small when it's on Orton.
He's gonna put it around his wrist. Remember when Big Show used to have the belt extender? Show could only hold it in one spot.
Jacked.
He is real jacked.
They can put the title on Orton. It's fine. Somebody's gonna turn on Cody. Which one? Why not both?
Why not both? They need more heels on SmackDown. Lord knows they don't have enough.
They do.
These people have to go against Cody. They have to go against Cody in different scenarios that aren't, I'm giving you a title shot because I like you and because you saved me that one time. We gotta move into the heel and face dynamics again, and hopefully no bloodline. We need more heels that are not bloodline adjacent. That's really what it comes down to.
Well, they're gonna get Cody or KO or Randy turning, and then you go from there.
You think Cody's ever going to turn heel?
At some point, yes. But man's still super over right now. There ain't no sense in knocking what he's doing and trying to change that.
See, I agree with you, and again, I think some people are like, no, he should turn tomorrow, and it's like, oh no, he shouldn't. I don't know, man. I don't know if Cody wants to do that. I feel like he wouldn't be opposed to the John Cena staying a babyface for the rest of my days type of thing.
I think Cody will do it when he feels the time is right, just like in AEW where he thought the time was right, but they did that weird thing of whatever they were trying to accomplish with the heel turn that didn't end up working out because he left anyway. But I think Cody's typically good at reading and reacting to the audience. And if he feels that, okay, they're not reacting to me a certain way, probably time to turn, then they'll turn him. But he's still getting the biggest pops on the show outside of Roman. So he should continue to just go full bore with the babyface stuff.
I do like the idea that every time a company tries to turn him into a heel, he leaves and joins another company that says, no, come be our top babyface. And he just goes from territory to territory as the top babyface. It worked for him when he left WWE and was the top heel everywhere. Now he's going to do it the other way.
He's going to go to TNA as the top babyface. Joe Hendry squeezing Joe Hendry out of his spot.
Joe Hendry's got a spot in WWE, so he'll be fine. But yeah, the Cody stuff is it's hard to be very interested right this minute because there's a lot of wheel spinning going into Bad Blood. Next week is the go home, and there's a couple of matches that look fun, but like the Cody stuff is
next week is the go home. No, Bad Blood's this Saturday, brother.
I meant next week as in like next Friday, as in like this coming Friday. Friday's like a full week away here.
It's not, it's this week.
No, I understand what you're trying to say, but it's like, I get it. It's this Saturday, but the next episode is coming up. Sure.
So this week is the go home.
Yes, this week is the go home.
Not next week.
I meant the next episode, yes, which is this week. I'm still talking about last week, which moves us to next week.
You got to learn how days work.
I understand how days work. The point is, we're still talking about last week's episode in relation to what is next week's episode. Because next week's episode, being the one on Friday, is the go home.
Hashtag Joel is wrong.
No, that person who said I should ban Ryan is now getting one step closer to getting their wish.
I will unban you, Ryan.
Will you? You didn't unban that one dude that Sean banned on Friday because I don't remember to find out who it was. But anyway,
I never said I would though. I don't know who that person was.
I think it was Boris.
Is that Boris one banned?
Yeah, I think Boris was banned on Friday because he said something that Sean didn't like because Sean doesn't know our audience as well.
I have no recollection of this.
Pretty sure Boris was banned. Pretty sure.
Can we unban Boris? He's nice.
I mean, I gotta go into the back room. I gotta go into the back to the background and do it. Like through YouTube.
Oh, hold on. I'll do it.
It's a whole thing. Just let you know, I didn't do it, neither did Jeremy.
I don't remember this happening, to be honest.
Yeah, I saw it happen on Friday because y'all were talking, and I was just doing my thing. Yeah, it was definitely it was a thing. He got banned. Oh, he's not banned. Good for you. Someone got banned who said something. Just look at our most.
Boris is there.
Boris is there. But someone got banned who was like.
I don't even know how to like look at who gets banned and stuff. I don't even know where this list is.
I can take a look. It's under like settings and privacy or some shit like that.
I don't know where that is either.
I think it's in studio. Riveting content for everyone.
I don't know where that is either. I don't know where any of this stuff is.
I got it. If I go into my settings. I got to look now. Hold on. Settings, community, standard mods, hidden users.
Hidden users.
God, there are so many. We banned Billy Kidman?
That's unfortunate.
There are some questionable names in this ban list.
Yeah, didn't he threaten to ban Piledriver Finisher? I think you tried to ban Piledriver Finisher.
Nah, I don't do that. No, the giant Omos. There are some names here that definitely should not have ever been deleted. Hold on. Oh man. The problem is I don't know if these are in order or not. Oh, whatever it is, it's gone now. The people I like are back. Save. Anyway.
Maybe so, I feel like you're lying about this conversation.
I'm not. I gotta go back to Friday's show and I'll find it. But anyway,
I feel like you're lying about this conversation.
Well, you know what I'm not lying about? I'm not lying about Cody being a big old douchebag. He's gonna cause one of those men to turn on him. But you can't do anything until the end of November.
Are you calling Cody names?
I don't know, because someone has to. Because someone has to clear the name of Roman Reigns. Everyone's wondering why Cody's teaming up with this bad guy, Roman Reigns. Maybe Cody's the bad guy. Being a bad friend, not taking his other friends into account.
He is being a bad friend. I agree.
Yeah, he's being a douchebag.
That's not nice.
Well, neither is being not your friend. Being a jerk. Sean did ban King Potato once, and it was very funny. I think he did it accidentally. Because King Potato is still very much here.
We like King Potato.
But anyway, you can't do much with the KO and Randy stuff.
What do you mean? Why not?
Oh, that was weird. It was never banned. Anyway, because you've got to get all the way through the Bloodline story with War Games.
No,
Randy
you don't.
Factor in somehow to that.
No.
Yeah, they are.
No, they aren't.
Who's gonna find his friends?
No.
He can only
We don't
have
have
the
to get to
Usos.
this.
We can only have the Usos, and we don't even know if Jimmy's gonna be ready on time. And we can't take Rikishi's word for anything because he's too busy doing victory laps because his boy finally won the singles title he thought he should have won 20 years ago.
No. I don't want Cody and all these people involved in this Bloodline War Games. We know who should be involved. It's very simple who should be involved. Don't throw Cody and Kevin and Randy into this nonsense. It's dumb.
Well, KO and Cody are always involved. And Randy was involved last year because he was the fifth man brother.
Yeah, but that wasn't against Bloodline.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't Bloodline. But the KO and Randy stuff, KO and Cody stuff, they've been Bloodline adjacent for the better part of 2 years now.
Yeah, and they're sick of it. Cody's like, or
So
KO's like, I'm tired of this shit.
So the War Games match, they're going to call it the Bloodline Blow Off. Chun chun. I don't know why it's Law and Order. But then they do the Bloodline Blow Off. That's where KO turns on Cody.
I don't think so.
And then KO joins the Bloodline. No, I don't think so. But I feel like it'll happen.
I think the turn comes before then. I don't think Cody, Kevin, Randy, I don't think they're going to be involved in War Games.
No?
No.
Time will tell.
Okay.
But either way, Cody is going to be he's going to have to be friendly with Roman, even though KO and Randy aren't happy about that. And the excuse Cody gave was probably not good enough, but KO and Randy were like, all right, good enough for now. And I was like, really, we're just going to let that go. Okay, fine. I mean, clearly there's going to be some more trials and tribulations coming from that, but I found it funny. Yeah, other than that, SmackDown was just kind of a show. Nia and Tiffany had a moment and people talked about that. That's about it. Bailey's number one contender. And you know what? Again, we mentioned at the top of the show, the LA Knight and Andrade thing becoming a story based on a weird interaction. The fist bump versus hand raising. I like that. I like that they at least made something out of it. They turned chicken salad, as they say. And that's good. But other than that, it's fine. SmackDown was SmackDown. It just happened.
Oh, that was a fine show. Yeah, Andrade and Melo was really good. And now they're going to do a 7th match at some point. And
they're tied 3-3. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
People are very excited about best of 7 series.
Does Carmelo win?
Yeah, you know what? I think he does. You've already done the Andrade LA Knight match for now. There's a part. Listen, it's not on me to say this. I'm sure other people are going to talk about it, but you saw some of the discourse that came over the weekend about how Black Talent haven't had a singles match since blank time. And Sean kind of talked about it in his Q&A today on Select, where he said like WWE are not like actively planning for this, but they have become more aware of it. And as a result, wouldn't be surprised if we see LA Knight and Melo at Crown Jewel, for example. And then that's that. And then
is the 7th match?
No, as they would do the 7th match, but the 7th match would be the winner gets LA Knight at Crown Jewel. So
you said LA Knight, Carmelo. Apologies. I thought you said Carmelo and Andrade. My fault.
Yeah, no. And then you can do a triple threat maybe at Survivor Series or something like that. If you really want to go back to it, because it feels like they will go back to a triple threat. Andrade isn't done with LA Knight, but I'd be shocked if they didn't do Melo and LA Knight for the US title at the next PLE, so that honestly, I hate to like put it blank, but like just to bust the allegations. That's all it is to them. It's just,
well, I don't fully think it's done to just do that though. Clearly this is something they've been building and setting up.
Yes. But I think that this is going to be hopefully the start of them putting more black male talent on the shows and building them appropriately, and not just because someone randomly put it up on the internet, this one stat. I think this is maybe the beginning of them making good on on that statistic being worrisome to many fans. You know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I think it's something they've actually been building. I think the real issue is they just don't put a lot on PLEs. Like that's what it is. They do 5 matches on these PLEs, and it makes stuff feel more important to me. The perception is, oh well, these are the big matches, so it feels more important. But that means that stuff just gets left off. Like you could put this triple threat ladder match that they're doing next week or this week now. You could put that on Bad Blood, but instead it's on the SmackDown before. And that's what they've just been doing. They've been putting a lot of their important stuff. You're telling me Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman can't be on Bad Blood? That's not a PLE worthy match.
It's worthy of the name tonight. Itself.
Right. Like it should be. But you know, they put these big matches on TV now. And I think people gotta factor that into things as well. I wouldn't put too much stock into, they had this match hasn't been on a PLE. This match hasn't been on PLE. It's just different the way they're doing things, and that's across the board. It's not a good look. I'm not trying to defend this at all. Like it's not a good look, but I also think some of it is a little bad faith.
Yeah, I'm willing to agree that some of it's bad faith. And I see other people who have mentioned, NXT and everything, and your perception of NXT is entirely up to you. For some, this is the main roster product has not seen any, single black talent being, showcased as much. Even the tag champions are not on the PLEs. Like it's been ongoing. So I agree that we are in a world right now where 5 matches on a PLE is good enough, and then build the TV to be a big one before the shows, before the PLEs. Now they just got to start making good on building more talent in the singles division as well to make those big shows before PLE that much more important as well. And they're doing it. Like they're doing it in their own way. For a while, it was the tag title. Now, on SmackDown, it seems to be only the tag titles because they're doing the triple threat ladder match, which is like, what the heck is this? But it's their big like pre-PLE tag match. And then on Raw, they're doing the last monster standing match.
They've also got like Kofi and Gable tonight. They've got Woods and Ray. Yeah.
Like then they're building up these shows to be more important, and I think that's good. And I think more people need to put emphasis on that importance being a part of what you should be watching. You're making the shows important, so watch the shows. PLEs are just a little more important, quote unquote, because they are seen as the build to this. You are the main event of the main event, and also no commercials, but now there are commercials. So really, what are we accomplishing here? That's all I got.
Okay.
Thought you had anything. Yeah. Who wants to watch wrestling? So I need more 20-minute talking segments in my wrestling. That's why every single episode of wrestling should open up with a 20-minute talking segment. We'll talk about Raw in just a little bit. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the TNA saga. They were supposed to be working Spartanburg. Those tapings got moved, and then they they unfortunately got canceled. So they are now working Skyway Studios in Nashville, where they did a lot of their pandemic stuff. That's going to be taped Wednesday and Thursday. You can go to the shows for $10. Not bad. And then they will have proceeds going towards hurricane relief. Hurricane Helene was the one that obviously made the cancellations for a lot of this, made getting talent to and from different places very difficult as well. We wish everyone affected our best, but TNA is going to at least have some things in the can going into Bound for Glory, their biggest show of the year. I guess I do have a post show on Thursday now, so there's that. I didn't know if I would have a post show on Thursday. There was talk about doing a best of Bound for Glory show.
Are they going to be able to tape and turn around in time?
They've done it before. I was thinking about this. Skyway also has like a proper studio, like a proper control room where they can cut and edit everything. And they're there for 2 days. So they can easily cut together a full show in a day if they have to. It'll be a long day, but they'll get it done. The editors are fast enough. I can tell you, like, having met a lot of the people who work in that production team, they're good. I give them flack for certain things that can be fixed, but they're good at they can get things done. And I think they work pretty well under pressure when they need to. So I think they'll be okay.
Okay. Best wishes to everybody affected by the hurricane. I've got family in North Carolina. Fortunately, all my family is safe in North Carolina. I've seen some of the stuff that has been going on, and it's not good. And yeah, I know Asheville got hit very hard. I'm very familiar with Asheville, and it's a terrible situation that what the hurricane's done to basically that entire city. I've been to Asheville many times during my days living in North Carolina. It's very I guess for the South, maybe an under the radar city. Like, there's a lot to do. It's a very nice place. If you go like downtown Asheville, like, it's a very nice place to just go there, and you can spend a nice weekend there. It's a nice like getaway place that not many people think about because it's just some small town in the South. But it's very unfortunate what has happened to the entire city.
Yeah, sending love, sending well wishes, and hopefully everyone comes out safe and stronger from all this, because it's not a fun experience at all. Vargov sent a super chat saying, Turbo Floyd tweeting, "What the hell? That had my tape of Time Cop in it," when Saraya hit Jamie Hayter with the VCR. Do you know what a VCR is, Jeremy?
No.
It's a video cassette recorder. It's what we used to use in the old day. And that popped him. He loves the Outrunner.
Sure?
I do too. Yeah. Do you still use Laserdisc? Is that why?
Laser what?
Yeah, exactly. DVD.
No.
Thank you to the one person who watches the TNA post show. I struggled saying Lei Ying Li a bunch of times on my post show. It's a hard name to say. You want to say Yailing Yi. See? It's Lei Ying Li.
Yingling?
That's the problem. You want to say Yailing. You want to say Yay, but it's Lei Ying Li. It's Lyl, not Yly. She made her debut this past week on TNA.
I watched that.
Yeah, it was a good debut. Her and Hyan had a great match. Check out our interview with Hyan. That was going into when Hyan was doing the Queen of the Indies 2023. Do you remember who she lost in the finals to? She didn't lose in the finals. She lost in the semis. Who did she lose to?
Masha Slamovich.
Who won the 2023 Queen of the Indies. The 2024 Queen of the Indies was won by Hyan, who defeated
Masha Slamovich
to win the 2024 Queen of the Indies. So go check that out. I was a great interview with
Was that
Hyan.
correct?
Yes, you were. Absolutely.
No, I don't. Just like a stab in the dark there.
Masha had a great match, by the way, with Kylie Ray at Prestige this past week. And that was a fun show to watch. I got a chance to kind of scrub by it. I know you and Jensen will probably talk more about it on the Weekender, but it was a fun show. Go check it out. It's for free over on their YouTube channel, over at the Prestige Wrestling channel. You can hear my son in the background chattering away.
Do you need to kick him?
No, my wife's got that taken care of.
She's going to kick him?
Probably.
Oh.
Don't clip that. Not going to happen. We might end a few minutes early today just because today was his first day of preschool, and we just had to pick him up earlier than planned. Not for any reason other than we're doing a transition day. So
running from the grind.
He didn't even need it, by the way. He literally told my wife, "Bye, mommy," just pushed her out the door when she dropped him off this morning. He was ready to spend the day there, but because we don't want to be those parents, we respect the rules of the daycare, and they're like, "All right, fine." Anyway, yeah, the Prestige show was really good. Go check it out. I will say this: I was watching the tag match between Sinner Saints C4 and Violence is Forever, and I sat there being like, "We've interviewed almost everyone in this match." It's like we had Sinner and Saints' first TNA signing interview. We had Cody Chun, and we've had Dominic Arini, and I know you've interviewed both members of Violence is Forever. Have you had
Kevin Ku's been on the show?
Kevin Ku's, oh yeah, that was when I was off. So yeah, there you go. Kevin Ku's been on this show. And have you had Guillermo Rojas? No. So that's the only person missing from that tag match. Great match, by the way. It's a lot of really, really good stuff. Yeah, go check it out. It's really worth seeing it. Athena's on the show. Trevor Lee is on the show. SCU reunited for the first time. They had a match against Midnight Heat. 2 men from that match were on WWE TV in 2024. Who they were will surprise you. And Frankie Kazarian teased that maybe next time they'll bring the third man in SCU back for a match of Prestige. So you might be seeing a full SCU reunion in the future.
Well, he's an interim EVP right now.
Yeah,
they can't team again. They lost that match to the Young Bucks.
Yeah, but they just can't team on AEW.
I don't think they can team overall. We got to respect the rules of wrestling.
And Mustafa Ali's in the main event of this show. Takes on Alan Angels. I know everyone loves it. People are going to be like, Alan Angels. And like, you got to see Alan Angels. Sinner and Saint, by the way, love bald male leaders. They're with Josh Alexander in TNA, and they're with Alan Angels in Prestige. Look at them. They love bald men who lead by example.
Fair. They should get on the Scorpio system.
They should. Scorpio was at the show. He would have shown them his system.
He should pitch his idea to him. I love that Scorpio's got his big return. Came on a Prestige wrestling show, and after like 5 months of Collision vignettes every now and again, it's like, he's just back on Prestige. Maybe he'll get show.
Go see it. It's a good show. It's a really good show. Our pal Matt Brannigan being a drunk is very fun. Go watch that. Yeah, it's a good show. They ran an angle too that I'm interested in watching. Last thing I want to bring up before we get out of here and do our Raw preview is actually the Naito and ZSJ match. It's now going to happen October 14th at King of Pro Wrestling in Ryogoku.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were expecting it to happen at Royal Quest, which is a few days later in London.
No one expected it to happen at Royal Quest.
People were expecting Zack Sabre Jr. to do the match at Royal Quest so that he would have the advantage.
That was never the thing. It was always King of Pro Wrestling. Was
he always saying I wanted at King of Pro Wrestling, or did he say I wanted it at Royal Quest?
No, it was always King of Pro Wrestling.
Really?
It was he wanted to walk into Royal Quest as the champion. He called for his title shot to be at King of Pro Wrestling.
See, I thought that he had called for it to be a Royal Quest, so that he would do this thing in London on his home soil.
No, watch the product. He wanted to defend the title at Royal Quest. This is always what it was.
Well, now that people are asking, does he lose that match just to win it at Wrestle Kingdom? How would he get the match back?
I think he's gonna win the title. I think he's gonna win it at King of Pro Wrestling. And then he's gonna defend it at Royal Quest, and then who they have for him at Wrestle Kingdom, I got no idea, and I don't know how they're gonna determine that since it's usually the G1 winner at Wrestle Kingdom. Maybe they'll do a fan vote or something, but I have no idea who gets the shot. Maybe Yota Tsuji gets it, but yeah,
maybe they should do G1 2, and that's how you get it. The second G1 the second coming, and that's how you get the thing. That's how you get the title shot.
Could be.
I don't have much on this day. There wasn't really that much else to talk about in the world of wrestling unless you've got something that
Swerve just casually dropping, hey, we're going to Fox.
Yeah, apparently that was a bit of an accident. Apparently that he was not fully aware of who may have been filming, and he just kind of had a moment and said it.
That was hilarious. He's just talking to Queen's Flip. I know you're not familiar with Queen's Flip, Joel.
I will admit I'm
battle rap. I follow him for some battle rap stuff, but Queen's Flip is just doing a vlog talking to Swerve. Swerve is there with garments, and they're talking about AEW and they're selling it. Queen's Flip has no idea what AEW is. He's never heard of this promotion before until running into Swerve and garments. Swerve is just like, we're about to be on Fox. WWE SmackDown's on Fox. We're taking Fox. TNT, TBS, Fox. Tony Khan lets me do whatever the fuck I want. I just blew up a house. He thought it was fine.
He's not wrong.
Rules. Bless Swerve. That was fantastic.
Oh man. Hey, I just saw the article that went up. Dean Mutati is expecting a baby with his wife.
Congratulations to him on the sex.
Yes. November 2024. Good for them. That's nice. A lot of people having babies. You have you have them? You have them? You can have a baby right now?
I don't know. Do you want me to ask my wife if we can have a kid?
Maybe don't do it on the air. That would probably end
You
up
should see
pretty
the
bad.
text messages I was sending her during this show. So
I'd rather not. Wait, no, I do. Show them. Yeah, that's right. Javier Barnell and Jaden Paxley, they got married as well this weekend, which makes the comment from Tuesday's episode of NXT even funnier when Ashanti the Adonis goes over to her and she says, my heart belongs to somebody else. And like, if you know, you know, but then the news of like them getting married that weekend was really cute. So good for them. Good for them. Got fixed when you were 22. What's wrong with you? Good for you. Do what you want to do in life. Love you. Love the chat. Jeremy, I think we're done. Is there anything else you want to get on before we get out of here? We have a Raw preview. We should probably do that, shouldn't we?
Gonna get on top of my wife after this show.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna have a Coors Light. That's a Coors Light because Bud Light won't pay me nothing.
So here's fun. If I go to www.com/show/raw, first thing on the top, I go to Big Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman collide in the last monster standing match, and I click preview. You are not authorized to access this page.
Yeah, fair.
Drew and Punk, not authorized to access this page.
I've gotten that every now and again on there.
They must be updating some stuff.
Yeah.
Why can't I access this page? Why can't I come in?
You don't have authorization. Fucking, can you not read? It says you are not authorized to access this page. Where's your question at, Joel?
My question is, where is my ability to watch this, to see this page?
You are not authorized.
Why can't I be authorized? I thought I had authorization to do anything.
Well, that's not true at all.
Well, sometimes I get it. Last Monster Standing is, I hope, the main event. Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed.
Should be. Yeah, it should be.
Judgment Day take on the LWO. It's going to be Dominic Mysterio, Carlito, and JD McBighead versus Dragon Lee, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro. This is the last 3-hour Raw, isn't it?
Allegedly.
For the year. And then they go back at Netflix to whatever. Lyra Valkyria versus Zoe Stark. I hope Lyra gets a win because, the Pure Fusion Collective are a bunch of losers, right? Big old losers. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk are scheduled to speak. According to some, the Hell in a Cell is in Evansville. No, what are you doing? What are you laughing about?
You're going to finally caught up to this show. Clearly watching on a delay, and she has now heard what I have said.
I think I'm like a minute behind. Whoops. Silver Hell in a Cell is back. Jey Uso makes his first TV appearance since winning the Intercontinental Championship. I should hope so, considering he won it last week and he is a Raw superstar. So he'll be there. You think his dad Rikishi's going to be there with him?
Hopefully not.
I'm going to interview him in the ring for his show. Rey Mysterio versus...
They sit down there doing a podcast in the middle of the ring. That would actually be hilarious.
We start getting messages. This was not the plan for this segment. Rikishi just turned it into his podcast. Made his own assets and everything. Took over the truck. I did it for my son. Rey Mysterio versus Xavier Woods. Woods is very excited about this match on socials. Chad Gable takes on Kofi Kingston, the other member of the New Day. And we mentioned the last Monster Standing match. Going to be a good episode of Monday Night Raw. The last 3 hours for 2024. How will you spend your extra hour, Jeremy Lambert? Starting next week. Hot. He's saying yeet or skeet. Anyway, anything else you want to plug before we get on out of here?
I'm looking forward to the Monster Mash. They did a match. It's a monster match. They're doing a match. It's the last monster match. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very interested and excited to see like what kind of crazy dumb things they end up doing. Nicest way possible. Crazy dumb things they end up doing. Like they've already done the tsunami off of a wall onto a car. They've destroyed the backstage area. Like they got to go all out here. So I'm very curious to see what they introduce to destroy each other. Yeah, have like is Bronson Reed gonna jump off of a production truck? Is Braun gonna flip over a production truck onto Bronson? Like, we'll see. Be very interesting.
This is very funny because it's very accurate. Joel celebrated by watching the final 3-hour Raw by watching 2 hours of it and then going to bed.
Cowardly.
And then I'll watch the 3rd hour in the morning. But my favorite part is that after this week, I can just say I watched all of Raw in one sitting, or I can watch 1 hour of Raw and then go to bed. I can go to bed an hour earlier than I'd planned. It'll be a fun night. I'm looking forward to that monster mash as well. I'm sure that no one will get too hurt. They'll just get banged up, and someone will not reach the count of 10. Maybe both men will be counted out.
And they're going to do the old top flight premier athletes finish. Both men lose.
If they do, that is absolutely the tweet. Oh, the old premier athletes top flight finish.
That's how canon, everybody. Any type of double count out, double DQ, time limit draw, we now refer to that as the top flight versus premier athletes finish.
There you go. Tell your friends. For Jeremy Lambert, I am at Joel Pearl. JOELPEARL. Ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, go eat yourselves. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
No.